What's a Gen Z stereotype that you think is completely accurate?
They're both incredibly open-minded and closed-minded at the same time.
Broccoli haircut.
I think the stereotype of Gen Z being always online is completely accurate. It's hard to deny how obsessed we are with social media and our phones.
They work in retail with AirPods on.
A ton of learned helplessness. I worked in higher education admin for a long time, and every year the amount of work that students were willing to do without their hands being held got less and less.
I find them a wee bit defensive online.
Anxiety 24/7.
They hate on millennial fashion, or wanting to dress exactly like we did 15 years ago.
They'll respect your pronouns, but not you as a person.
They're all in a competition to see whose hair is more broccolier.
Not wanting to accept that there are grey areas in life, and that not everything can be broken down into a dichotomy.
Definitely a lack of social skills.
The only thing I've really noticed is no drive to problem solve or follow through. I give them a task, and they come up on a single barrier and either give up entirely and say, well, I couldn't do it because, or come back and ask me what to do, rather than attempt to figure it out and complete the task. That might simply be a young person thing, but it could be related to there being more helicopter parents in this generation that would step in when issues arise rather than letting them figure it out. Hopefully the next generation finds a comfortable middle ground between the apathy I got from my boomer parents and the overparenting I saw from my generation and the Gen Xers that raised the Zoomers. I also hate their slang, but I'm sure that's universal for every generation, talking about the ones that came after it.
Despite the stereotype of being always online, the amount of computer illiteracy, being able to find non-biased information, being able to cite your sources, being able to use programs like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, being able to use a photocopier or printer, and basic abilities to be able to diagnose and fix problems with your computer.
Gen Z is less handy than the generation before it.
That they're self-righteous and judgmental. I think it's great that they express morals and values, i.e., Ariana Grande losing over 300k followers for having an affair with the SpongeBob guy. But the way they can be vindictive and rabid to punish others is going to become a problem when they get older. Not to mention, I don't think many of them are old enough to have experienced their first really big fuck-up in life. When that time comes, they'll want far more grace and understanding than they'd extend to anyone else.
Awkward social skills.
For a generation that is deeply invested in social issues, they lack significant social and emotional maturity themselves.
They really are afraid of phone calls, lol.